Hey guys, welcome to Anime Ball Z, and today we're going to be continuing the series What If Raditz and Goku Were Twins? Guys, thank you for the views on What If Goku and Vegeta Were Brothers Part 1 and What If Naruto was half Uchi and half Uzumaki. The Part 2 of What If Naruto was half Uchi and half Uzumaki is in production, so just wait for that, it will be out very soon. Raditz is celebrating his win with the gang, and Goku has actually forgotten his items, including the 4-star ball, at where the tournament is located. So Raditz goes back to go and get them. Goku gives the location of the items, and Raditz goes back to see that they are exactly where Goku says they were. So he picks them up and runs away, but he's quickly intervened by Tambourine. Raditz is not in his most powerful state right now after all the fights that he has actually been into in the 22nd World Martial Arts Tournament, so he is losing badly to Tambourine. Raditz then asks, "Why are you here and why do you want my Dragon Ball so much?" Tambourine says, "Stop asking such questions. I'm here for the ball, and that's all you need to know." Runs towards Raditz and kicks him up into the air, then uses his super demon wave to injure Raditz heavily. And as he's falling down to the ground, he jumps onto him and slams him with all his 4 limbs. He then walks over and takes the 4-star ball, and Raditz is on the floor, almost immobile from all the pain he's getting. Then Raditz gets up and he sees Tambourine flying away. Then he uses his Saturday Crush Kamehameha to keep him in his place. Goku then arrives out of suspicion of Raditz being here for way too long, and he sees exactly why he has stayed here. Goku gets caught off guard, and Tambourine launches a basic energy wave, and Goku dodges. Then he uses a mouth beam, and it slams Goku into the ground. Raditz sees this, and he almost gets hit by a ki blast. Then he throws a ki blast at Tambourine, and Tambourine dodges. Goku shouts, "You're not taking the 4-star ball! Never!" Then Raditz sees how he used a mouth beam and actually mimics it off Tambourine. Then he uses a mouth beam and Goku uses Kamehameha, and they both swivel around each other and combine. Then they hit Tambourine with tons of power. Tambourine's power level is actually 390, so it doesn't really hurt him that much, so he just hits them back, and then he slams both of them into the ground by their necks, and he flies away with the 4-star ball. Raditz gets enraged how Tambourine managed to get away, and he says, "I'ma go get him, give me the radar." Goku says, "No, you're no match for him at this point, you're extremely injured, he slammed you into the ground, did you see?" Goku then says, "To stand any chance, we must go back to Kami House and recover. Then we might stand a chance together." After a little bit in the Kami House, Goku and Raditz recover with Bulma to their aid, and they go to look for Tambourine. Raditz and Goku finally confront Tambourine. Together, Raditz and Goku's power level is higher than Tambourine's, so they go together and they start to attack Tambourine. Raditz runs at full speed and punches Tambourine, knocking him back. Then Tambourine uses a mouth beam. Then he uses a Kamehameha after he dodges the attack. Goku comes in from behind and holds Tambourine so he can't move. Raditz comes at full speed and kicks him in the stomach, hurting him a lot. Raditz then kicks him up into the air, then uses his own mouth beam, and it hurts Tambourine. Goku runs back, and then he pulls Tambourine down to the ground and punches him across the face multiple times. This doesn't really affect him that much. Raditz runs to Tambourine, but Tambourine doesn't really know what's going on as Goku jumps. Then Raditz jumps on Goku's back and jumps higher, then uses a Kamehameha Saturday Crush to hurt him very much. Tambourine is very surprised with their tag team combos and gets angry. Then stands back and says, "Raditz, this is for you. Look at this new technique I developed." He creates a ki ball and crushes it. Then it goes all around his fist, creating a ki ball fist, as he calls it. This greatly amplifies your punches, and it increases the speed. And it also amplifies elemental attacks like the Kamehameha, Saturday Crush, and so on. Goku runs to Tambourine, with a lot of rage and starts to punch him with all his power. And this is actually hurting Tambourine a lot. Raditz then uses his Saturday Crush again and it hits Tambourine. It doesn't really affect him that much because he is angry and he is getting stronger. Goku comes up at full speed with his right hand and completely destroys Tambourine, extremely injuring him. Goku then starts to repeatedly punch Tambourine across the face. Then, in his wing, he finds the 4-star ball. He picks it up and kicks Tambourine back, but this doesn't do that much damage because he doesn't have ki in his feet that much. Goku then runs at full speed and uses a close-up Kamehameha to hurt Tambourine even more. Goku and Raditz then stand back, and Tambourine does something that they've never seen before. An explosive breath cannon. It speeds to Raditz and Goku with immense speed and they did not have enough time to dodge. Goku uses his ki ball fists to knock it back, but then it explodes in his hands and his ki balls disintegrate into nothingness. It starts exploding, then a huge explosion happens where they are. Goku and Raditz get injured, but Goku's had enough. He then uses his ki ball to the maximum power and runs to Tambourine with full speed and knocks him back, then punches him across the face multiple times and kicks him away and uses a ki-enhanced Kamehameha wave to kill Tambourine. King Piccolo creates another son called Symbol, and his purpose is to find the Dragon Balls. Symbol comes across Yajirobe, and Yajirobe easily makes work of him and actually eats him, saying to Goku and Raditz that he is great meat. Master Roshi lures King Piccolo with 2 Dragon Balls and he stands with him face to face. He takes all the attacks that King Piccolo is hitting on him, and King Piccolo is confused why he's even here. He mentions Mutato, and now he knows exactly what he's going to do. Master Roshi starts to do the attack, and he's containing King Piccolo as he normally will. But then he misses the opening just by a little bit, and King Piccolo stays out of the bottle. Raditz at this point knows he's no match for King Piccolo, and King Piccolo easily asks for his wish for his youth. Chiaotzu then tries to attack King Piccolo, but it does absolutely no damage and it just ends up killing him. King Piccolo gets his wish and he goes broadcast and tells everyone his domination over planet Earth. He also kills Shenron with an energy wave, causing the Dragon Balls to go inactive. Yajirobe is asked by Raditz and Goku to get up to the Korin's tower to ask for guidance. Yajirobe helps them and they manage to get up to the top, and Korin says that he can't advise them anything because they've actually got stronger than him. All that Korin does is just gives them some sensu beans and they go off to fight King Piccolo. Everything goes as usual with Mr. Popo and Kami training him and him getting the Ultra Divine Water. Raditz and Goku do both get this though, so this means that Goku's power level would raise to 401 and Raditz's raises to 424. Also in this what if, I think that in Dragon Ball they should have added the wrathful state if Akira Toriyama was actually thinking of it at that point, because that was probably his hidden potential. The Uzaru inside of him was his hidden potential, so he probably would have unlocked it at this point. So Raditz and Goku unlock the wrathful state along with their power. King Piccolo says, "Oh, you two, the people that managed to kill my children. Now I'll show you what happens when you mess with King Piccolo." Goku runs straight to King Piccolo with his ki fist, and he's completely dominating King Piccolo. King Piccolo didn't even see this coming. Raditz then shoots a Saturday Crush straight at King Piccolo, and King Piccolo dodges just about. This is when Raditz and Goku drop down and power up in their wrathful state. Goku's power level is 4040 and Raditz's is 4240. King Piccolo is actually just scared at this point, but he goes with all his rage and power and goes to Goku and Raditz and thinks he can stand a chance against them. Goku and Raditz are just completely dominating him, just playing with him, just punching him with one finger and everything, and King Piccolo gets angry from this. Goku repeatedly starts to punch and just play with King Piccolo. King Piccolo is extremely injured and he knows he's about to die. Raditz and Goku then power up to full power, and Raditz and Goku use their tag team attack. Raditz uses his new developing attack, the Eternal Shockwave, and Goku enhances it with his Ki Ball, and it hits King Piccolo with power. King Piccolo is actually a quite durable fighter and he doesn't die from this, and he's just falling from the sky, just unable to move. Then Goku runs at full speed and uses his Uzaru fist. The power level of his Ki Ball enhances his fist power by about 10 at this point. More like 5 since he isn't actually in his full powered state. With the wrathful form, which is adding his power level to 4040, this will make his power level of his Ki Fist, Uzaru Fist, about 20,000. As soon as it goes straight through King Piccolo, it just bubbles with pure strength. It was too much power to handle, and it creates a huge explosion, sending Goku flying back. This isn't like any Uzaru Fist. This instantly kills King Piccolo. This doesn't just explode him. This kills him instantly, then it explodes him as normal. The explosion is huge, and Goku's actually quite happy with this, seeing that he has gotten much stronger.